everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's me, Casterpen, and in this video I'm going to try and help the new players out there, the guys just starting up on, guys and girls just starting up on No Man's Sky for the very first time, or you've only just started playing out, because No Man's Sky can be quite daunting as there is a lot to do and a lot to figure out, and you don't really get a lot of guidance. You do get some through the missions, but that is not the extent of it at all. So in this episode I'm just going to go through 10 things with a bonus. Of course, there's always a bonus. 10 things every new player to No Man's Sky needs to know, and the first one is a simple one, but it is an important one, and that is the jump using your melee, which is one of the best ways to get around. Now the jetpack, of course, is a great way to move around the planet. It's fantastic, as long as you have upgrades for it, of course, which we'll come on to. But the best way to get around on foot, especially early game, because there's a lot of running around to do. You have to go find things to fix your ship. You have to go and walk to different buildings, etc. And sometimes the launch fuel isn't in your ship, and that happens a lot. Not just to new players, but to old players as well starting the game. So how to use the jetpack jump. We first sprint, and so for me that is pressing the LS button on my Xbox controller, and then you press melee, which is R1, and then you press A, which is the jetpack, and you will fly forward like so, just like that. So that is running, melee, and then jetpack. Might be a bit different for you if you are on PC, but it might be similar if you are on PlayStation. I am playing on PC, but I have an Xbox controller. Just for those who don't know, you can play on PC with an Xbox controller, just to make it a little bit easier for you if you played a lot of No Man's Sky on Xbox beforehand. The terrain manipulator is something you get early on in No Man's Sky, part of the multi-tool, and it is something that you will use a lot, and a lot to dig up a lot of different things, whether it's minerals or buried technology modules or many other things. And one thing to remember is that you can actually change the size of the terrain manipulator and how much it will actually take out of the ground. Using the R1 button makes it bigger, and using the L1 button makes it smaller. And you can actually dig out large holes or tiny holes, and when you're digging out minerals from the ground and you use the smallest one, it will actually give you more resources than it would if you were to use the bigger one, and it just absolutely destroy everything around you. So just remember that changing the terrain manipulator size benefits you depending on what it is you want to do. Increasing your standing with races is actually beneficial to you now, and it is something that you should consider doing. You can do this by taking on missions. So if we go to the mission agent and have a look here, it'll give us some missions, and if there's a level 6 Korvax mission, and it will give you +2 Korvax standing, and then there's aggressive problems, which will give you +1 to the explorer standing, mercenaries, merchants and explorers. Mainly the top one is the race, whilst the other are guilds. So if you do the race missions, or you defeat pirates in a Korvax system, which we're in now, it will give you more standing with the Korvax, and the more and more you do, the better you get in it. Better you get in terms of standing. If we have a look at my standing with the Korvax, it's on 85. My next rank is in 15. I'm doing quite well here. I haven't done many missions for these guys, and my standing is still quite good. Systems visited, etc., nanite clusters, this is the kind of things that they want that increase their standing. If we go to the Viking, it will change. Little walkers destroyed, 3 out of 5, and I'm a pioneer with the systems visited here. I'm only standing 70 with the Viking, so it does make a difference. There's my standing with the Merchants Guild, Mercenaries Guild, Explorers Guild. But it is the Korvax system we're in at the moment, and the reason why it makes a difference, guys, is because if we go to the technology merchant here and we ask to buy some technology for nanites, we'll get a discount. I'll get a 56 discount there, 54, 59, 478 discount on an S-class pulse splitter module. So it can be quite beneficial to go and get the standing with the races so that you can get good discounts on buying items from space stations. The other way to actually do this, which leads us on to our next item for new players, is actually the curiosities. So the Korvax casing here is a high value curiosity. There are also Viking daggers for the Viking, there's Gek relics for the Gek, and other things as well, such as Korvax cubes or convergence cubes. Apologies there. And we have things like that. So if I go up to a Korvakian here, hello Mr. Korvakian, and I speak to him, hello mate, I can offer a gift. So it's a gift to the race, is in this case the Korvax casing. And he accepts the gift, and look, my standing with the Korvax has increased by 1. So quite important, those little things there, don't always get rid of them. They do sell for a very small amount of units once you get to where I am and others are in the game. But they are good for helping you with your standing with races in the game. Another thing to be aware of if you are a new player to No Man's Sky is you can get double exosuit upgrades in each system you visit. So I visited a new system here, and first of all we're going to go straight to the space station, and we are going to go collect our exosuit upgrade. And the exosuit upgrade can be found at the technology merchant, the exosuit technology merchant. And all we do is we go to the exosuit upgrade here. It will cost us a bit of units because I've got quite a few. Although we haven't filled out entirely our cargo yet. We can also get some technology, and if we do get the tech, look, 207,500 was. If we get the cargo, it rises to 332. So there are different prices for each slot. So there's our first one. The second one is actually from the anomaly. So in our new system that we've warped into, we've gone into the space station, got our exosuit upgrade. We can call in the anomaly and we can get another exosuit upgrade from here. And the second exosuit upgrade is actually in the back of the anomaly, if you don't know where it is, past Nada here and into the back end of the anomaly with iteration Saline, who is over here. And it is here, look, next to him, exosuit upgrade, pick it up here. We're going to go for a tech again, why not? And there you go, we've got our second exosuit upgrade. And you can do that in each system, 2 exosuit upgrades in each. Time to speak about S-Class upgrade modules, and as you go through the game you will pick up a number of items for either your exosuit, starship, your multi-tool, your freighter, or even your exocraft. And you will need to consider what you're buying and where to put it. So if we go up to Mr. Multi-Tool Merchant here, or Multi-Tool Technology Guy, whatever you want to call him, the Korvax, the one that we have such great discount with, we go into his selection of upgrades for us. We're going to buy this S-Class Mining Beam module for 632 with a 476 nanite discount. Bring it in here. That will go into our exosuit. We'll then install it. And that will give us a load of lovely, lovely upgrades. We've got an overheat downtime of 18%, a mining speed of 18%, and heat dispersion plus 44, and fuel efficiency plus 21. You do want to wait for the S or the X class upgrades. Of course, you do have other different upgrades which are specific upgrades. They're normally A's or B's, as you can see over here with the waveform recycler. I just want to show you it's not just about buying the S-Class, it's also about where you place it. If we have a look at our scanner range here, it's 1259.7. If I was to move this S-Class out of here, it would drop quite dramatically. So it's quite important that you place them in the right spot, normally together in a square is the right way to do it. Obviously there's 5 here, so we put 1 up there. Make a difference as to whether it's here or there. It's actually better in this position. So if you move around your items, you have a look about what changes the damage and what doesn't, you'll see what difference it makes to, say, the damage potential on your multi-tool, or it may change some of the stuff in your exosuit. You can't see that though, but I suggest you make squares like these. generally, putting things together or in a line, whichever way suits whatever slots you have in terms of technology. But it's not just about buying the right ones. Of course, that is very important. It's also very important as to where you put them to give you the most you can get out of them. One easy way of making some units is to get some scanner upgrades and scan a load of animals, because he just gave us 241,000 units just by scanning that. Once you get your scanner upgrades in place, your S and your X, and you put them in the right position, they will give you a ton of units for scanning all kinds of creatures as he chases me. Look, as he chases me there. Not only creatures, but also rocks. That's a rock, 55,000. A tree. This is a horrible planet. 55,000 as well. So we've just made roughly 341,000 or 351,000, something like that. That is not bad at all, as we look at the beautiful weather in this wonderful game on this horrid planet, where you can see all my protection is falling. Let's scan this bad boy as well. Beautiful. 452,000 for that guy. The next one on our list, in no particular order, is uploading discoveries. As if you upload all your discoveries, you will get nanites. We got 351 there for just uploading all of the discoveries that weren't currently uploaded. Now, if you go to a certain planet and you get all of, say, this planet, all of their animals scanned, and you upload them, you will get a bunch of nanites. A planet with 12 creatures will net you roughly 3,000 or so nanites, as far as I remember. So it is worth uploading all of your discoveries to get those very, very valuable nanites to do all kinds of things and buy all kinds of upgrades. Whether outside buildings or inside buildings or just on the planet that you are wandering around on, you will find many pieces of damaged machinery. When you find these machinery, do not walk away from them, because you might be able to get some nanites, which I have there, or maybe even an upgrade, depending on what you get out of each. That's not the only thing you'll find. Whenever you find damaged machinery, you'll always find buried technology nearby, and if you have the terrain manipulator already fitted to your multi-tool, it is always a good idea to pick these up, because they are very important for getting new building modules from the anomaly or the construction unit. Not only that, they're actually worth quite a bit of money. 364,000 units for 7 of these. So in early game, they are worth collecting a load and selling, or using for getting new construction modules. So just before we get to the last and final tip for new players in No Man's Sky, we're going to get to the bonus one, because of course there always has to be a bonus one. And that is the teleport receiver. Now this can be fitted to your starship, to your freighter, to your exocraft, and it transports matter from you to the starship, or to the exocraft, or to the freighter. I don't actually have one in my freighter at the moment. We do have one in the starship and some of our exocraft. And I've clocked this at about 144 away. I can transfer. But if I go a little bit more than that, so what are we now? Actually less, 143 there, because we've gone up. If we go a little bit more, there is no atmosphere on this planet. When we try to do it now, it will say out of range. So the range isn't that far, but trust me, it's definitely worth it. It is absolutely worth it, because it just makes it that little bit easier to transfer materials from one to the other, especially in the freighter. It just makes it a lot easier, especially when you're in a little bit of trouble and you're a bit far away from your starship. You can transfer items back and forth as you need it. The teleport receiver will set you back 150 nanites in the anomaly. And if you speak to Iteration Hyperion here, research starship upgrades, it is the first one here. Teleport receiver, antimatter, and free wiring looms, which you can get from the space station. Collect that and make sure you fit that to your ship. So the last one is the personal refiner. Now early in game you will be able to construct the portable refiner, which is useful for refining different materials into different things. Early on in the game, if we go to Iteration Saline, we can pick up the personal refiner. It's, well, first of all, you'll have to buy the Hazmat Gauntlet, but that's only 80 nanites, so shouldn't be too bad there. And then we get the Personal Refiner here, which will cost you 360 nanites, which is great because it allows you to put one item in and refine it down into whatever item it refines down into. And then you get the Personal Refiner Mark II, which is 580 nanites. And that allows you to put 2 different items in and refine them down. And I'll show you because I have that right here. Mark II refiner. It is worth getting this. Absolutely is. So if I was to put carbon and hydrogen into here, it would give me Fecium, for example. So definitely worth grabbing the Personal Refiner from the Anomaly, and definitely getting the Mark II when you have the nanites to do so. So there you go, guys. There's my 10 tips for new players to No Man's Sky, in no particular order, of course. Let me know what you think of the video. Let me know what you think of the game. If you enjoyed this video or it gave you some sort of help in any way, please give the video a like. Subscribe for more No Man's Sky content if you haven't already. And for those who are long in the teeth in this game, let me know what you think about what the 10 tips for new players to No Man's Sky should be. If I missed any, or if I should have added any, or taken any out. Thanks very much for watching, guys. Take care. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one, and bye bye.